Welcome to episode 8 of The Becoming Room. As we begin today, I want to ask you something. How do you talk to yourself? And would you talk to your friends or family that way? Today's conversation is about something quiet but powerful: the way you speak to yourself and why it matters more than you think. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's get started. Self talk isn't just thoughts. A lot of people brush off self talk as harmless. It's just in my head. Everyone thinks this way. I'm just being honest with myself. But here's the truth: the way you speak to yourself sets the emotional climate of your life. It determines how safe you feel taking risks, how you recover from mistakes, how you treat yourself when no one else is watching. Your inner voice is the voice you hear the most, and it matters. Most of us didn't choose the way we talk to ourselves. We absorbed it from caregivers, authority figures, from environments where criticism felt like motivation and silence felt safer than speaking up. So, if your inner voice is harsh, that doesn't mean you're broken. It means you learned it. And what's learned can be unlearned. Think about this. If someone spoke to you the way you sometimes speak to yourself, would you feel safe around them? Would you feel encouraged, respected, supported? Or would you feel like you had to brace yourself? Your nervous system responds to your inner voice the same way it responds to the outside world. Kind words, they regulate. Harsh ones activate. Self trust doesn't grow in a hostile environment. If every mistake is met with criticism, your system learns to avoid trying. If every feeling is minimized, your system learns not to speak. But when your inner voice says, it's okay to learn, it's okay to rest, and it is okay to make a mistake, trust begins to rebuild. There were times in my life when I didn't realize how unkind I was to myself. I thought I was being disciplined. I thought I was being realistic. But really, I was just repeating a voice I had learned to survive. And changing that voice, oh, that did not happen overnight. But it started with awareness and permission. Would you talk to someone you love the way that you talk to yourself? If the answer is no, that's not a failure. It's an invitation. You don't need to be overly positive. You don't need affirmations that feel fake. You just need neutrality, respect, compassion. Healthy self talk isn't hype. It sounds like that was hard and I did my best. Or I can learn from this. Or I don't need to punish myself in order to grow. Healthy self talk allows accountability without cruelty, the growth without the shame. And this changes everything. When your inner voice becomes safer, everything else flows. You take more aligned risks, you recover faster from setbacks. You stop abandoning yourself the moment feels uncomfortable. Self talk is the relationship you never get a break from, and it deserves care. Remember, you don't have to get it perfect. Changing how you speak to yourself isn't about catching every thought, it's about noticing the patterns and choosing, when you can, to soften the tone. That's a start, and that's enough. Before we end today, I want to leave you with this. The next time you make a mistake or feel overwhelmed or doubt yourself, pause, take a breath, and ask, would I speak this way to someone that I love? If that answer is no, then choose a different tone. Not because you're failing or doing something wrong, but because you're becoming. And that's a start. Thank you for being here in the becoming room. Be gentle with who you were and patient with who you're becoming. And I'll see you next time.